And good afternoon, everyone. Before we begin, kindly scan the QR code up front for instructions. I would like to remind everyone regarding our housekeeping rules. No food and drinks are allowed in all lecture theaters. Hence, if you do have any with you now, kindly put them on the table outside. Please ensure your phones are set to silent to minimize disruption. Our talk will be recorded, thus shouting, yelling, cursing, wolf whistling, and other inappropriate behavior are prohibited in the talk. However, clapping is permitted. Thank you for your understanding. Yang Mulia, Deputy Principal, Cikgu Haji Azrin bin Haji Hassan, Deputy Academic Principal, Cikgu Ku Kyung Eng, our beloved YSF Coordinator, Cikgu Siti Rohaini Muhammad Saleh, Senior Master, respected teachers, fellow students, and friends. Hello and a very good afternoon to everyone. I am Isan, Assistant Vice President of Talk from Youth Science Forum and your MC for today. Before we begin, we would like to have Muhammad Izul Irfan bin Haji Muhammad Kartolo, Head of the Religious Unit of YSF, to recite Surah Al-Fatiha.
الفاتحة. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله رب العالمين. الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين. إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين. اهدنا الصراط المستقيم. صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين.
Thank you, Izul. It is with great pleasure that I welcome all of you to today's talk, organized by the Youth Science Forum YSF. This event promises to be both insightful and inspiring as we explore how Matcha can influence our stress levels and help promote a calm and focused mind. To begin today's talk, we would like to have our beloved YSF President, Fong Sen-Ki, give his opening speech. Let's give him a round of applause.
Deputy Principals, Cikgu Haji Azrin bin Haji Hassan and Cikgu Ku Kyung Eng, Senior Masters and Mistresses, our beloved YSF Coordinator, Cikgu Siti Rohaini binti Muhammad Saleh, teachers and students of Pusat Tingkatan Menengah Tutong, a very good afternoon and a very warm welcome everyone. Welcome to the 6th ever Youth Science Forum Talk of Batch YSF 2526. My name is Zed and I am the President of the Youth Science Forum. Today marks the 6th YSF Talk of Batch 2526, titled Exam Stress and Matcha, the Science Behind Calm Focus. We decided to choose this topic today because, as we all know, our final year exams are just around the corner. Day by day, our stress levels increase as the countdown continues, and if not managed properly, could lead to some serious issues. This exciting session will be presented by none other than Muhammad Izul Irfan bin Haji Muhammad Kartono and Muhammad Rizki Arayan bin Muhammad Hazmi. So let's give them a big round of applause as they go on the stage later. We hope that today's talk will help you understand the complexity of the stress response, recognize the importance of stress, learn about the downsides of chronic stress, and most importantly, discover practical steps to manage stress and even use it to your advantage. Whether you're a student preparing for your exams or someone looking to improve their personal well-being, this session is designed to equip you with the knowledge and tools to thrive under pressure. Without further ado, I'll pass back the mic to our MC for today, Nurul Izzah Nafisa.
Before we begin today's talk, could we please have the students fill in the empty rows in the front? matcha and stress, let us put our hands together to warmly welcome our esteemed speakers, Muhammad Ibn Irfan bin Haji Muhammad Kartalo from L63 and Muhammad Rizki Arayan bin Muhammad Asmi from L62.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. And good afternoon, everybody. My name is Muhammad Izulfan bin Haji Muhammad Kartalo from L63, and today I'm giving this talk with.
Hello everyone, my name is Muhammad Rizki Arayan bin Muhammad Asmi and I'm from L62. So today we're gonna talk about stress and matcha. So why this talk? Why we're gonna talk about stress and matcha? As Pong said earlier, exam is around the corner, and I believe stress is something all of us can relate to the most. And at the same time, matcha has become quite popular among students and also younger people today. So we thought, why not connect these two together? You know, stress is a real challenge, and maybe matcha could be a simple, natural aid for us to help us manage stress better.
Before we proceed with this talk, here's an overview of what we'll cover. So firstly, the different types of stress and how does it affect us during our exams, and then the biology of stress response, and then shortly after we'll be introducing you to matcha and the science of its common compounds, and then finally some practical tips. Stress isn't just one thing. It comes in many ways. So firstly, there's chronic stress, which is a long-term stress from ongoing issues like family issues, financial struggles, and academic pressure. Secondly, there's episodic stress, which is a stress that comes in repeated bursts, often from taking on too many responsibilities or constantly worrying about everything. And then exam stress, which I'm sure everyone here are familiar with, as it is a stress that is linked to preparing for or taking exams.
So what is exam stress? Exam stress is actually quite common for us, especially as a student, and it is simply because exam stress is a type of anxiety or pressure that students often feel before, during, or after an exam. It is a natural body response due to the high demands of testing, but it can be a little bit overwhelming if you cannot manage it properly. Some common causes of exam stress is due to where you compare yourself to another students, you have a fear of failure, and also you receive a high expectations from yourself, your teachers, and even your family. These factors combined is what actually makes our exam period very, very stressful.
I'm sure some of you are wondering, what is stress actually for? Well, biologically, stress is a survival mechanism. It prepares us for danger, and it's a part of what is called a fight or flight response, which have evolved to help organisms deal with threats. Imagine our ancestors fighting a wild animal, where their heartbeat would beat faster, their breathing would be quicker, and their muscle would tense. However, today the same system activates. However, instead of facing lions, we're facing exams, tight deadlines, or social pressure. Now that you know what stress is for, here's the science behind how it is actually produced in our body. So firstly, when our brain detects a threat, the amygdala, which is a part of our brain that processes emotions, sends an alarm to another part of our brain, which is called the hypothalamus, which is the control center of our brain. It releases the chemical messenger called CRH, which in full name is corticotropin releasing hormone. This CRH then tells our pituitary gland to release another hormone called ACTH, where it travels through our blood to the adrenal gland and releases our main stress hormone called cortisol, along with adrenaline and noradrenaline. Our cortisol also raises our blood sugar and shuts down non-essential systems like digestion. And that's why stress can feel so intense and how it can affect both our mind and our body.
Effects of stress on the brain. Stress can directly impact our brain by damaging our memory and also our learning. And how is that? This is due to hippocampus, a part of brain where it controls our memory, our spatial awareness, and also our learning abilities, tends to shrink and due to prolonged stress. When this area weakens, it'll be hard for us to focus and recall what we studied for, which is very, very crucial, especially when during an exam. It also increases the size of amygdala, where it may increase our anxiety level. So, can I see some raise of hand if you guys ever experienced these symptoms of exam stress? Let's start with physical symptoms first. Do you guys often feel headaches? Yes. How about nausea or stomach? Yeah. Sweating or shaking? Yeah. Me too. How about emotional symptoms? Do you guys often have a hard time? Yeah. Do you guys often feel overwhelmed while studying, revising? Lack of confidence? Fear or panic? Now, lastly, the mental symptoms is where you have a hard time on concentrating. You guys have a racing thoughts and tend to become more and more forgetful. So, before we move on, can I ask you a simple question? Do any of you guys experience any of these symptoms right now as you guys sitting down? Yes? No? Okay. Yeah, that means... Okay, that's good then, that's good. Next slide. So why managing our stress actually matters? First, stress affects our focus and memory. Too much of stress makes it harder for us to recall what we studied for. Second, it helps us to make a better decision making. Why? It helps us to stay calm and helps us to avoid any silly mistakes. Third, it helps us from burning out by keeping our energy and also our motivation steady. Lastly, it supports our healthy habits by supporting our sleep, our regular exercises, and have a good appetite to eat nutritious foods.
Now let's get to the interesting part you've all been waiting for. What is matcha? Well, matcha is a finely ground green tea powder which traditionally originates from Japan, where instead of steeping leaves in hot water, you are consuming the whole leaf in powdered form, which means you get more nutrients, more antioxidants, and natural compounds. Can I see a raise of hands of who here thinks matcha is just the same as green tea? Well, there are some differences, and I'll be telling you what it is. Well, green tea, you are steeping dried leaves or tea bags in hot water and then you are removing them. That way, you only get a part of its nutrients. But matcha, you are consuming the whole thing in powdered form, meaning you get more nutrients, more antioxidants, and natural compounds. Another key difference is how they're grown. Green tea is sun-grown, just like the name suggests. It is grown while being fully covered under sunlight, giving its leaf lighter color, while matcha is shade-grown. Next slide. So the procedure is about 3 to 4 weeks before harvest, the matcha tea plants are covered in shade. This limits the amount of sunlight that it is absorbing and forces it to produce a green pigment called chlorophyll, more amino acids like L-theanine, which Rizky here will go more in detail about. This chlorophyll also gives matcha its vibrant color and deep, more natural compounds.
The key compounds of matcha. Matcha actually contains a lot of powerful substances such as catechins, especially EGCG. It basically is a strong antioxidant, metabolism, and also anti-inflammatory benefits. It also has higher concentration of caffeine than in any regular green tea, which gives us stronger alertness. It also contains calming amino acids called L-theanine, which balances the effects from caffeine and also helps to enhance our focus. It also has a high amount of chlorophyll due to sugar, as Iso said earlier, which provides detoxifying and also antioxidant effects. So what makes matcha so special is actually the combination of L-theanine and caffeine, and let me tell you why. Caffeine provides stimulation, which boosts our energy and also our alertness, but sometimes gives us sudden energy crashes. While L-theanine promotes calm focus and reduces jitters, which caffeine always gives. This balances out the stimulating effects of caffeine. Together, they create a synergy often described as alert calmness. Now how L-theanine works. Unlike many amino acids, L-theanine can directly affect brain function by crossing the blood-brain barrier. First, it boosts neurotransmitters such as increasing our serotonin and dopamine, which play a role in mood regulation, focus, and also our motivation. It also balances the effect of caffeine, as I said earlier, where it reduces jitteriness and energy drop while maintaining alertness. It's also neuroprotective, meaning it reduces oxidative stress in brain cells, which enhances our memory and also our focus. Last and not least, it supports stress regulation by lowering stress hormones level called cortisol in stressful situations.
Before I continue, may I ask everyone here to carefully listen to the song that I'm about to play?
Can you sing?
And then answer my question afterwards.
No, I want you to sing. You sing alright? Can you sing?
Oi, aku datangnya nih, suka matcha atau suka kopi? Kalau pilih kopi, baik kau pilihku di sini.
Well, can I see a raise of hands of who here prefers matcha over coffee?
Oh, very very much. Well, you know, Iso, I actually prefer coffee rather than matcha though.
Well, that's unfortunately Skip, because matcha has so many beneficial things and it can be better than coffee. And I'll be telling you why. So matcha, just like you said, has the combo of caffeine plus L-theanine, giving us sustained alertness without the nervous jitters that coffee often causes. It also gives us longer lasting focus as matcha's caffeine release is much slower and smoother compared to coffee's quick spike. It can also lower our stress impact as the compound L-theanine in matcha lowers our cortisol level, whereas coffee can sometimes raise them.
Scientific studies show that matcha can be beneficial for us, especially as a student. And why is that? First, matcha helps us to improve our attention and also our reaction time. Second, it reduces our anxiety in stressful tasks. And lastly, it helps us to enhance our memory under fatigue. Well, how to consume matcha, you may ask? Well, matcha is very versatile. You can drink it traditionally as a tea, or mix it into latte even, or even blend it with your favorite fruit like mangoes or strawberries into smoothies. Or you can go out of the box by making it into a dessert like ice cream or even macaroons. Well, of course, matcha alone is not enough for us to manage stress better. There are another stress management techniques that we can do to be better. First, we can improve our salah and also our zikir. Fix our sleep schedule and also do a lot of regular exercises and eat a lot of nutritious food. These factors combined is actually what helps us to manage our stress properly.
Here's some practical advice So you can use matcha as a gentler alternative to coffee for a morning boost. It is best to drink on empty stomach with light food for sustained energy without the jitters that coffee often causes. And best to consume before work, classes or studying, as the combo of caffeine and L-theanine can help us to stay focused. And it is also best to drink matcha 30 to 45 minutes before studying as it enhances our concentration, our alertness, and memory while keeping our stress levels lower than coffee. Also good for exam preparation or long reading sessions. Also avoid drinking matcha after 5 to 6 p.m. unless you're intentionally staying up. However, if you just want to drink matcha in the evening, just use decaf matcha if you want the same taste without sleep disruption.
So, key takeaways from our talk today is drink matcha to reduce matcha. Okay, just kidding, guys. So, from our talk today, we emphasize that stress is normal but can be harmful if it's in excess. We also emphasize that matcha promotes calm focus, so by combining matcha with proper stress management techniques, we'll handle exam pressure more properly.
Inspiring note that you should all be reminded of exam tests are meant to measure what we know, not how much stress we can handle. And stress management is a key part of performing well and reaching success. And even a simple cup of matcha can be a small helper in your bigger journey. However, let's be clear, matcha alone isn't the answer. Reaching success can be a balance of both healthy sleep, healthy diet, and good preparation of studying. Matcha are not the only food that you can consume for many health benefits. These are examples of superfoods which have many health benefits that can help us in our journey. Examples: oranges, blueberry, spinach, and many more. Before we end this talk, I would like to share a beautiful hadith from the Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam himself. Sabda Rasulullah Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, barang siapa yang menempuh satu jalan untuk menuntut ilmu, maka Allah akan memudahkan baginya jalan untuk ke syurga. Hadith riwayat Muslim. Exams are not only about getting good grades. Getting good grades. It is also test our knowledge. It also test our knowledge. So it also test our knowledge. And our effort itself in studying is really valuable in the sight of Allah. So the next time you feel overwhelmed in studying, remember that your effort is a part of ibadah itself.
Thank you for the reminder, Rizal. Now, before we officially end our talk, we prepare a quiz session for you guys. Yay. Okay, so the first question is, what are the symptoms of exam stress? A. Headaches, panic, and forgetful. B. Increased confidence and clarity of thought. C. Improved sleep quality and also appetite.
Can you state your name and class?
My name is Mohammed Kim. I think it's A. Yeah, I think it's
Next question is, which compounds in matcha help promote calmness and reduce jitters? A. Caffeine, B. L-theanine, C. EGCG, D. Adrenaline.
My name is Tia Ariana from L64, and I think the answer is B.
That's correct, Nia.
Our last question: which of the following is true about how coffee and matcha affect cortisol? A. Both coffee and matcha raise cortisol significantly. B. Coffee raises cortisol more than matcha. C. Matcha raises cortisol more than coffee. D. Neither has any effect on cortisol.
Okay, hello, my name is Aziz Wakil from L64, and the answer is B. Coffee raises cortisol more than matcha, of course.
That is correct.
And that will be the last question from us. Thank you so much again.
Thank you so much. Yeah.
To all students, kindly help fill in the feedback form. A big thank you to our wonderful speakers and a very big appreciation to everyone for your active participation during the quiz session. To all those present, I hope today's talk has inspired you to appreciate the importance of managing stress and maintaining balance in your daily life. Let it remind you that even something as simple as a cup of matcha can play a role in helping us stay calm, focused, and in tune with our overall well-being. Now, we would like to invite Deputy Principal Ibu Haji Azrid to present the certificate to the speakers. First, we would like to invite Muhammad Isul Irfan bin Haji Muhammad Kartalo from L6 Tree to receive the certificate. Next, we would like to invite Muhammad Rizki Arayan bin Muhammad Azrin from L6 Thank you, Ibu Haji Azrin, for presenting the certificate. Next, I would like to thank everyone for coming today and to the committee who made today